Hello, guys and girls, we are back here for some chess, and today we are gonna change up some things a little. So, yesterday, I have had a change of mind, um, because I was kind of tired of playing a rapid. I explained yesterday. I did a recording, and um, for some reason didn't like just um upload the video, and you know at the end of the day I was too tired, like way too tired to do what I'm going to do today. So what are we gonna change up? So until now we pressed on this little button here, the wrapped potion. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I started um, or I made a decision that I want to press this button over here, the classical button. But then what I realized was that who is gonna watch a 1 hour or approximately 1 hour video like constantly? Um, Probably, or few are gonna watch it, and our like my plan is to build a community, and you can't build a community if no one is interested in what you are doing. So I decided that, and retrospective, other people do the same, and it's quite ingenious. um and I came up on my own with it. I take full credit for that. um that I am gonna play the game on my own, which is, you know, if you are not invested into talking while playing, you are just way more efficient. Your brain power, your process power goes into the game. You are fully present. You're not trying to engage with potential viewer, so you can naturally just play better. So this is what I did, and my plan now is, or not what we are gonna, not my plan, but yes, a plan, but what we are gonna do now is you're gonna press on this little button. And what this little button is gonna show us is that um, this is the game I played yesterday. Wild games, man. Not gonna lie. I don't know where the people that I play against, like, I'm not complaining, but like in the last few weeks, I've played against so many weird openings and decisions. And let's go into this one. Okay, maybe I should prepare better, because you can see that I won already, and I don't want that. Yeah, that's uh, I'm not a professional, so yeah. Anyways, um, weird decision by my opponent. Not gonna lie. So e4, and we played a Siciliano, as I want to learn it. um, he goes knight e2, and there are positions where you can do this, and it's quite tricky to play against, mainly in d4. But what, like, white does is spend a move on nothing. And this goes against any or every principle I know on e4. You are not attacking anything in black's camp with this knight. He's, on the other hand, he's just restricting himself. you know? Sure. I mean, yeah. So I was like, what is this? What is going on? I am accepting it. E5. Um, and let me see, can we take like, do we, oh, do we, mm, can we, this is all practice, man. Um, move times, does it show? This is the Keres variation. Interesting. Um, no. I don't want computer analysis. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Ah, so okay, next time I'm gonna prepare better. So then he goes d4 anyways, and I snap that pawn because it's a free pawn. He cannot take it back with anything. He has no pawn. So he goes d3, a g3, and I mean, it's obvious what he wants to do. Maybe he wanted to play the King's Engine attack. For those of you who watched, maybe know the King's Engine attack is white playing the King's Engine with white, but being one move ahead, which is can be very annoying to face as black. I played it and I liked it a lot. It's very complicated. Or you have to be very flexible. So, anyways, yeah, and I was very happy to see this move because well, this bishop has no future. If he doesn't manage to push this pawn, this bishop will have no future. So we go knight f6, and he follows with bishop g3 and g2, sorry, and we go. I think I took here a little bit of thinker because so because you can be very tempted in such a position where black should have a very nice lead. You have the whole center, and I mean, challenging that pawn is you have to be fast, and yeah, it's like black can. I felt as if I am playing white now, even though white is still one move ahead because he didn't lose a tempo. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah. So I played knight c6 because I saw that if he goes c3, challenging the d pawn of mine, I want to be able to capture it with a pawn, with a knight, and not giving up on that pawn. So in this position, if he goes c3, I can go blocking with my bishop here. Should he go with pinning with his bishop, I have quite how can I put it? Um, I can I didn't calculate it, but I don't have to defend this knight. If he takes my knight, I am gonna take with the g pawn and not castle, or maybe castle queenside. I mean, I have central control as black. That's in my When do you get that? I mean, very rarely. Anyways, yeah, knight c6, and he goes c4, and I'm chuckling because I saw that move and I was, oh yeah, I'm all for that. Like, I was happy to see that move because we are going to do the same thing. We are gonna push b5, man, blasting it open. And if you're not keen to this, you are losing a pawn, right? Yeah, not exactly, because this is a quite, um, this is a very known tactic. When the king is still on e1 or e8, you give a check. You give them the development, but normally you don't care because white's pieces have no breathing room, and you snap the pawn back. And in this position, you know, I was very happy. Very happy. Black has no business to have such a dominant position. We have two knights and a queen. We have two pawns in the center. One of them cannot be challenged anymore. This pawn is, you have to drop a nuke to take it out, okay? You have to nuke the battlefield to get that pawn out, and it won't be that easy. He has to commit even a greater sacrifice, okay? So I was very happy. And now he tries something very, very interesting, and I want to say admirable, but at the same time makes weaknesses. His plan is to push a5 or a4. Sorry, I think, yeah, yeah. So I go with the bishop here. Now, I am not sure. I didn't analyze it with the computer because I want to get out of this habit of like analyzing directly with the computer. I started to bring back my chessboard and analyze it like on my own, and if I really need the assistance of a computer, then sure. But before that, yeah. So my thought process was, he's gonna do this. Like, I cannot prevent him, and I don't want to. Because frankly speaking, it doesn't hurt me. You're giving, like, you gave me one free tempo for the bishop. So yeah. Anyways, I knew this is coming. So bishop here. Two, right, my thought process was, once he pushes here, I go back with the queen. I wasn't sure where exactly, but I knew that I want this bishop here. This bishop here is, it's impossible almost for him to kick it out, because this square is like protected to for now at least 2-3 times, and the rook can join. There's nothing preventing it. Also taking it away from the diagonal, which yeah, can't hurt. Yeah, that was my thought process, and I was very happy as he pushed it, because yeah, we go back. I wasn't sure if I want the queen. Like, my thought process here was, if the queen should be on a dark square, not here, but like here, or there can be an argument for going to b8, but ultimately I decided that um, laser beaming this diagonal of the queen and potentially having the threat of capturing this pawn here, the e4 pawn. So I really like that. And the next move was understandable from my opponent's perspective. He actually just made space for his c knight, so it can develop. And here I had to think again for a while, and I decided ultimately that this this is the best move. And as you saw, my opponent reacted in the right way and spirit. So my plan was, if he takes, we give a check. He cannot take this knight back, so he has to move the queen, the king. If he moves it over here, I mean, feel free. Yeah, and the idea was, as I explained it earlier, we give the check here, he moves away, then we go maybe the bishop here. Yeah, I was thinking about to go with bishop there. Yeah, I don't know if it's the best move, but this was my idea. And the plan was, if he takes, I gladly take with my g-pawn, and I won't castle my king. I will have this open file for my rook. I have this h-pawn with a target, and life is good. I'm a pawn ahead. I have a pawn in this position, so the center is mine. It's closed, so. And once the g-pawn is on f6, if he pushes f4, I can ignore it. Like, I can ignore that and, push further. Yeah, so, yeah. This was my idea. And I don't remember what my opponent did. He castled. Yeah, right. Yeah, he did the right thing. He castled, and my nose, lord. Yeah. So after seeing him castling, I was like, yes, great. Now I am not obliged. I think is the right word. I'm not almost forced to play aggressively. I can play very much in my spirit and in my comfort and play it slowly. So because now, because he castled, having the king in the center becomes more risky. Okay? Yeah, white could have unnecessary counterplay because his king is very safe with the bishop here, and this pawn structure, it's very safe for him. So I decided ultimately to slow play it, and he took on f6, and obviously I took back with the bishop, and he pushed f4. And here I was almost certain he saw or played like at least once the King's Indian. Like the King's Indian is anywhere in his system. So kind of was happy because I love the King's Indian. And here I was very, very content to cast. Oh no, I didn't castle. I thought I castled. Wow. Good. Mm, yeah, that's right. Because I was like, if he takes, I want to keep this pawn, this e4 pawn where he is. Because this is like, woohoo, not, not with me, baby. Nope. So yeah, and d6 was the right decision. Um, yeah. Can I remember? Yeah, he then. I I mean, this position is kind of busted for white. Let's be fair. Like, try to make a reasonable move for white. If black plays it reasonable, I mean, it's so oppressive for black. I mean, black has the control. I mean, he pushed f5. He pushed f5, and I mean, he could have gone here, yes, with the knight, and it would have been probably better. But if you like, I don't. Yeah, it would be way better because now I can, you know, yeah, 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 yeah. No sugarcoating. Yeah. Anyways, he played f5, so I castled. I was very, I felt very safe, and yeah, um, as I said, like to have for him to have any sort of counterplay because the queen side is paralyzed. Um, my king with the bishop here is also like very safe. It feels very safe. Um, yeah. You're right. What I wanted to say, to have an attack on the king side, he one day will have to push the g pawn, and then I have this route for my knight. And if my knight makes it over to f4, like positionally, it's game over. It's game over because I can chop off this knight, I can bring my knight there, and like, would you want your opponent's knight in your face? I certainly don't. So, yeah. Kind of felt bad, not gonna lie. Not in a pity way, but um, I was thinking when he played this move here with the knight to wait, so maybe he can take it back. Yeah, because yeah, positionally it's Jover. Um, yeah. Um, he played the knight here, and I was like, oh, this could be a annoying knight, but ultimately it doesn't matter because my king is castled. Like, my pieces are beasts. Like, whoo. Then pause the video. Pause the video and find the right move. Write it in the comments if you want. Don't if you don't. I see in your hand. What's the right move? Yeah. Pause the video. So I'm gonna. Well, we are gonna talk further. I saw this move and I I was like, this is weird. Like my spider senses tingled. It was like, this is weird. There has to be something. And yeah, I took my time and I found it. And I was like, okay, this is not good. This is like his position is uh completely collapsing because now, for those of you who found it, we just take the rook, threaten the queen. Queen can go nowhere, and frankly, it would be a free rook if he would go away or check, maybe check or something. But anyways, um, he is forced to take with the queen. No, yeah, he isn't. He isn't forced. My mouth was too fast. So yeah, in any way or form, how he takes it, it doesn't matter because we are gonna take I we are gonna win material anyways. Um, because now I take the rook with the bishop. And here my opponent did something I found very disrespectful as a chess player. And to be honest, I had a disgust for that move. And after he saw what his move did, he asked for a take back. And I don't have any respect for anyone who does this. You have 30 minutes. You have plenty of time. You have 20 seconds increment. And you have the audacity to misplay. And after you see that it was a misplay, you go, no, 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 no. It was a mistake. No, no. I have despicable. I can't explain it, and I won't go further because, you know. Yeah, and he resigned. Good, because that take back, I wasn't friendly about that take back he asked for. This was, I have had, yeah. So, yeah, um, uh, I have nothing else to say. Um, my initial thought, or not my initial thought, but I was asking myself, did he play his knight on e2 because he was arrogant and thought that he has more points than I do? Maybe, maybe not. I won't ever know it, and frankly, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think what I like a plan to try and get more value of this video, like a plan for in this position, like no matter how he takes it, what would be a very, very nice idea for black? I think going here, trade, maybe. My first thought in the game was to bring the rook into the game. Yeah, something in those lines, along those lines to reroute. Yeah, because I can imagine the bishop here. This would be disgusting. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. It was this game, and yeah. So, I don't know what. I still don't know how to do an outro. I'm, yeah, still learning. Yeah. It was interesting, and I was very, very much encouraged to prove to my opponent that this move he did, 92, was a mistake, and I would not accept any other outcome than a win. Like, you know, I was tryharding. Like, I wanted to prove to this opponent that you can be silly, but there is a limit to silliness. And yeah, and I don't wanted a new player to be like, oh, I can do anything. I can be just like, oh, I can troll and get a win. And, it would take everything away from a game that I love, which is I love to be tryhardy. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I hope this was interesting. Still half an hour um explaining. Um oh, not half an hour. I will cut. I had a phone call and I will cut it out. Yeah, because today is the birthday of my best friend, and we like he, he who called is also going, and he asked me if we uh when I go, and I was like, yeah, I'm still recording. I won't make it at to that time, so yeah, I will cut that out. Um, yeah. So I hope you have a great time, and mwah, peace. Bye bye.